opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On play action, Fields. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. Here's Fields. He's going to look deep for more. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Here comes the Bears punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He'll take this inside the 40. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he fires one incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Rodgers going to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit, because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. On play action, now Rodgers. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got it. And it's a Packers touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. On this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Now Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Packers 14, Bears 0.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Second and 10. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
To throw is Fields. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Forced out to his left. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Fields' throw taken in by Pringle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, Montgomery, powerful running. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the 50, here's Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. Now they can't bring him down. And he's got this down to the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Throwing on third down, Fields. Got an open man, it's Pringle. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
On first down, Montgomery. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Fields. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
Now Rodgers. He finds Watson. It's caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Check.
On first down, Rodgers. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers will drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He finds his man, complete. That's Watson. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Mario Edwards Jr. there to bring him down.
At the 29-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there.
To throw is Rodgers. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Flushed out right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Crosby is good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. A final shot before the break. Fields on the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now a play fake. Rodgers rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tonyan. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Pass, catch, 1st down for Tonyan. Undrafted at Indiana State, but he really came on in 2020. 52 catches, and even more importantly, 11 touchdowns.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well, so where's
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face second and long. Now Fields. That one going to be complete to David Moore.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Here's Fields. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing again is Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Fields. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They try again with Montgomery. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Now Fields on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bears. Cole Kmet, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete there to Beckham. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A gain of 6 there on first. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Packers. That's the end of the third quarter with the score.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more. Yeah,
exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones, and he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And again, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Mercedes Lewis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Out of the gun, Fields. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Moore. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the 1st down sack. Fields. And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Bears on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 15. Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And the Packers are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers, and this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 14. Now it's Rodgers. And to the 3rd time. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Last drive, he'll look to throw. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Fields throw complete there to St. Brown. And bulldozing his way through. Touchdown, Chicago! Equanimous St. Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Rodgers to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw, Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
To throw is Rodgers. He finds Watson. It's caught. And some room to maneuver. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A big play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Back to throw. Fields. Caught by Montgomery. A first down and then some for Montgomery. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a first down throw. Fields. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. Fields now to throw. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. 6 yards left on second down. Now it's Fields. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Fields. Buying time to his left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Packers pick it up. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them